Today we're taking a look at SKAAR, Son of Hulk. Despite me not knowing much about this character in the comics, I'm really excited to crack this open as I'm a big fan of these Hulk-like figures, especially since he comes with cool weapons. So without further ado, let's smash him out of the box. Alright, here he is out of the box, and first impressions are actually pretty good. I enjoyed holding him in the hands for a little bit here. One thing right off the bat, I love these butterfly joints here because they're hidden so well behind his pecs. Where like some of the smaller figures, the butterfly joint cuts into the pecs here, which can look a bit odd at times, where this just looks aesthetically pleasing. Like he looks like a true superhero, which is pretty cool. His hair looks pretty good as well. Obviously that's gonna kind of stop some of his articulation, but it does look good, and I know that's the character. He's got some long hair like this, looking like he's part of some punk rock band or something. And then coming down here, he's got like his what is this, like a tattoo or something that cuts across and even is on the butterfly joint right there. I don't know if you guys can see that. So that looks pretty good. Let's see, is this a separate piece? No, I think that's sculpted on there. Yeah, so let's check his back here. I love this right here to put his little knife in. Put that in right there. Let's just see how it fits. Yeah, it fits pretty good. It's nice and tight. So that looks pretty sick. This is all a separate piece, including his strap up here. So that can be kind of moved around, adjusted how you'd want, how you see fit. Got a bit of brown under there. And then coming down to his boots look really good. It's hard to say much about this character because I'm not really familiar with him, besides, you know, knowing that he's the son of Hulk, and really the only knowledge I have of this character is from the MCU and a little bit of like comics explained. But that's the extent of my knowledge of this character. He's not quite as big as the Hulk, but he is a really big figure regardless. He's got some nice luscious hair back there. But yeah, that's SKAAR. Okay, and for his accessories, we got his alternate head here, which looks pretty sick. Get him in some sword combat action, have his hair swooshing in the wind, all angry. So that looks pretty sick. There's the back end of it. Yeah, he's got that nice luscious hair, doesn't he? And then, of course, he's got his little dagger here, which has some, what is that, like leather strap around it. Looks like it was made out in the wilderness, which looks pretty cool. Then he's got his big sword. Same kind of thing going on here. No paint on the blade or anything, but does the trick. And then he's got his two alternate hands here for holding his sword and his spear. And I believe that's all he comes with. And here's a quick shot of him holding his blade, which looks freaking sick. Love that head sculpt with the blade. Yeah. The more I play with him, the more I'm starting to enjoy this. I love the fact that he can have both his hands holding the sword as well. That just looks epic. Alright folks, we'll get into his articulation. He can look down about that much. Obviously his hair is kind of blocking it a little bit. Not going to look up at all. Tilts, not really. I'm not even going to try full rotation. I'm sure you could probably bend the hair out of the way, but I mean, who's going to do that? I don't know. Butterfly joints, go forward that far, back that far. Arms come up about that high. Full rotation, bicep swivel, single jointed elbows, which go about 90 degrees. Wrist rotation and a wrist hinge. See, it's got a sideways horizontal hinge here. He can go down about that far with his ab crunch. Can he go back very far? Well, you can go back a little bit. Let's get his arms out of the way. Go back about that far. Does he have a waist swivel? Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Let's see, let's move his arms out of the way. He can Whoop. Well, you might want to be careful of that. Let's get his leg back on there. So yeah, without forcing it too much, you can get about that far. You can kick up about that high. This thing kind of blocks it a little bit. You can kick back about that far. Let's see, you got some double jointed knees there where you can kick the butt, which is good. Does he have boot swivel? Does he? I can't tell. Is that boot swivel? Yes, he does. He has a boot swivel. Very good. And he can point his toes that far, point him up that high, and ankle rocker. And that is pretty much the articulation for this beast. Let's get that front double bicep. Come on. Let's get it. Boom. There we go. All right, and here he is standing next to his pops, and you can definitely tell he's little muchacho compared to his dad here. I didn't realize how big, how much actually bigger the Hulk is than SKAAR. Jeez, I thought they would be kind of comparable in size, but nah, this guy he's like double the size of SKAAR here. So, you know, he's still got good genetics, but nothing like his pops. Okay, so my final thoughts on Hulk Jr. here. Overall, I really like him. I did forget to point out, though, he does have pins on his legs and not his arms. So obviously these legs are a bit of a reuse. But besides that, he's a great figure. I think the last figure, if I'm not mistaken, was a Toy Biz one. And yeah, he was needed for a big update, which this definitely is. And this is probably the only SKAAR of recent years you can probably get. I'm not sure if there's any third-party companies that offer a SKAAR. So yeah, to be honest, I recommend them. I'd probably give them for these Hulk-like figures, I'm going to give them a 9 out of 10. Would have probably been a little bit higher if we didn't get these peg, sorry, not pegs, these, why am I blanking? His little holes here. Although some people don't have a problem with that, so, you know, I guess it depends what you prefer. It doesn't really bother me, but yeah. Final score, 9 out of 10. He's really sick. Also, I figured out that I can kind of chuck his sword and a strap right here to hold his sword on his back anytime he's cruising around. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and this review. If you guys want to see more Marvel Legends reviews, make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Appreciate y'all. See ya.